Hello, and welcome to Numerical Values in Python. My name is Laura Harris, and I'm excited to discuss numerical values with you today. Let's get started. Python supports different numerical types. There are signed integers, abbreviated int. These include 0 and any positive or negative whole numbers without a fractional component. Floats stand for floating point real values. These are positive and negative real numbers with a fractional component that is designated by either a decimal symbol or scientific notation. Python can also deal with complex numbers. Complex numbers can be a combination of real and imaginary components, such as the imaginary number I. However, be aware that if you are using complex numbers in Python, the I is replaced with a J. Operators are special symbols that represent computations. And operands are the values the operator uses. So the operators used in Python are standardized based on mathematical operations. You should have seen a plus sign for addition, minus sign for subtraction, an asterisk for multiplication, and a slash for division at some point in your mathematical education. Please note the asterisk is used for multiplication as to not confuse it with the variable x, which is done in high school algebra. We've given some examples here where a equals 10 and b equals 20, and you can define these variables and print the output of these equations in Python. There are some other operators in Python to be aware of. The percentage represents the modulus. This returns the remainder of division. So again, if a equals 10 and b equals 22, b modulus a is going to be 2, or the remainder of 22 divided by 10. You can use double asterisks to designate exponents. So here I have a equal 3, and so my first equation is basically a squared, and then my second one is a cubed. You can also do floor division. Here, the division of operands is going to result in the quotient, which the digits after the decimal point are removed. So if we're playing around with this example where a equals 9 and b equals 2, you then can do floor division here and check out the result. Keep in mind that Python uses basic order of operations from math class. So it's going to do anything in parentheses first, followed by exponents, then do multiplication or division from left to right, and finally addition or subtraction from left to right. So these are two examples that are commonly shown in social media, and people argue over what the correct answer is. So I put them here to give you an opportunity to test how well you know your order of operations. So I recommend you pause the video. I recommend you calculate the answer for these two by hand. Then type them into Python and see if your answer matches Python. And see how well you know your order of operations. There are other built-in math functions in Python. The pow function returns the power of two specified numbers. So in the example here, x represents 2 to the 10th power. The abs function returns an absolute value. So here the absolute value of -2 would return a 2. The round function is very handy for floats. In the example here, the round function will return a -2. It is also necessary to convert numbers in Python. So the int function will convert a string or a float to an integer. In the example here, we first define x as a string variable of -2, which you can see when we print the type. By using the int function, we turn the string into an integer, and we can see that by the type. The float function will convert a string or an integer to a float, and you can work through this example. Thank you for joining me today on this brief overview of numerical values in Python. Please reach out with any questions. You can reach me at my email, training@msu.edu. Have a great day.